classes year-end panel. This is a philanthropic panel, somewhat of a Shark Tank, as everyone knows, and the students will be presenting their businesses to you in an effort to gain sponsorship dollars to grow their businesses to a profit-making production. We're going to start a little differently. We'll introduce the panel a bit later on, as not to make the students feel a bit nervous. There's no nerves at all, right? And we're going to start with each of our students, Jaden Cooper being the first. On your sheets here, it tells what their career field is, and he's going to introduce himself. Students, you all will be timed at 4 minutes. God bless you. After the 4-minute presentations, and you can stand wherever you're most comfortable. After the 4-minute presentations, one of the panelists, just one, will ask you one question, and you'll have a couple of minutes to complete that question. Give me a quick minute.
All right. I'm not as competent as I need to be, and don't worry, because neither are you. And some of you know that. Hi, my name is Jaden Cooper, and you know what? I'm not as trustworthy as I need to be either. As I plan to be 5 years from now. I desire to move in a high level of trust, and and most people don't move in a level of trust.
Trust is two things.
Oh, okay. Trust is two things. It's character and confidence. Character is when you're doing. You're doing what you say you're gonna do, and confidence is when you know something and you're clear on what you don't know something. So for me, my dream is to play professional basketball. And let's be real, the chances of that happening are slim to none, because almost every black African American athletic male my age has the same dream. It's gonna cost something. It's gonna take hard work and dedication. It's gonna take hard work and dedication 25/8, which is a high level 24/7. I'm not gonna be able to take the road everybody else takes. I'm gonna have to cut a new path, and it's gonna take a strong level of separation to cut one and make a trail. Let me explain it. I used to go to the gym. I used to wake up at 6:30 in the morning, go to the gym 4 times a week, put up 1,000 shots from 5 key spots on the 3-point line. And my personal trainer, he would put up barriers so I wasn't able to see around. And at first, it was like, why are you doing this? Why would I need to do that? It's like, I thought it was dumb and stupid. Until he had me do it over and over, and I did repetition until my shot became amazing and I could shoot up anybody. Most people think that people that make it to the pros are lucky. They are lucky, but not the luck that you think they are, that you think that they were talking about. Luck is an acronym. It's laboring under correct knowledge. And so for me, what I want to do if I make it to the pros, I want to give back to the community. So on the internet, I can look up pretty much almost any information I need on the internet. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. The bad, I call it noise, because it's just noise that's coming at you that's not needed. And then what's correct, I call it fuel. That fuels me to do what I like to do. So that fuels me that fuels me on what I like to do. I'm gonna be able to teach kids verbally and physically how to play basketball and how to have trustworthy and how to have character and confidence. Thank you.
Very good. State your name again, your age, and then stand for one of the Mrs. Chandler to ask you one question. Your name and age.
My name is Jaden Cooper. I'm 15.
Okay. Jaden, I enjoyed your presentation. What is the biggest weakness in your industry that might affect your business adversely? The biggest weakness in that industry that you're presenting?
That's a good question.
This is not time, so just take your time. That one's not time.
In the industry, what's the biggest weakness in the industry that you're presenting, telling us about, that would adversely affect you, or that would be a negative effect on your business?
Synonymous with what challenges might you encounter?
Probably like the fickleness of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You want to elaborate a little bit?
So like when you could be like at the top of the world, like everybody loves you, and then you do something and you just drop, and then nobody likes you no more. So yeah.
Yeah, everybody loves the web. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Very good.
We'll now call Chef Nathaniel Isley. You'll state your name and age and begin your presentation. And it was not required that they use their boards. They did vision boards earlier in the year. They were not required to, so some children didn't.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Nathaniel Isley, and I'm 14 years old. And today I'll be telling you guys about my goals, backup plans, and what I can do right now. So my goals are: I want to be a chef with a restaurant with over 3 Michelin stars. 1 meaning your food is pretty good. 2 meaning it's worth the journey if you want to go there. And 3 meaning the food is exceptional and you have to go there. And I also want to have my own cooking show. First, I'll start off small, like posting stuff on Instagram and Twitter, and then for extra money, I can go on YouTube and do some of that stuff too. I can be a startup for that. And I'll also like have my own cooking line, like knives, hats, plates, all of that stuff with scriptures on them. And my backup plans are one of my goals are going to either Johnson & Wales or ICE, which is 2 culinary schools. And my backup plans for those are, if I'm not able to do that, then I can always work at Starbucks because they have pretty good benefits. Like you can go to ASU for free. All you have to do is buy their books. Or I could study something basic like coding or law. Or I can start now, like when I turn 16 years old, to be a volunteer firefighter, and then just gradually work my way up there. And let's see. I'm sorry. And when I go to culinary school, I want to touch on every cuisine, but I'm also going to work with French, Italian, and New American cuisine. New American cuisine is basically like modernized cuisine, like just that's as much as I can say about it. I'm sorry. And what I can do now is to prepare myself for that is take cooking classes now. I could, like I said, I could practice coding or something, like something else I want to do. I could even game test, because that's also another passion I have, testing games. But that wouldn't be a full-time thing, because games don't always come out on a regular basis. And also want to be right now I want to be working at Maggiano's, like a line cook or something. Something, that I really want to do. Because I just don't want to be up there where I have, let's say I make $100,000 a year, but I just don't like my job. Because that means nothing to me, to be honest. Yes.
And Mr. Anderson?
You touched on this a little bit, but excuse me, I would like for you to go a little bit deeper, a little further with that. What one thing might immediately catapult your business to a place of great success? and briefly state why.
With the catapult, it would be, like I said, posting on social media, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that stuff. And pretty much giving random dishes away sometimes, because some people, like, if you're on social media, people will want to taste it, and there's only one way to taste it, the way is to go to the people directly, and just giving them the dish they wanted, and then they will post something about that dish, and then bam, just basically like a snowball effect.
Okay. Thank you.
Good.
We'll have Yasha Reynolds, pet groomer. I may not be the, you can break down the title if you wish.
Hi, I am the CEO of Yasha's Posh Pets. Yasha's Posh Pets is a organic grooming and dog washing business. Here are my cards that I have. And you may ask, why do we need organic help for animals, especially dogs? Well, just like us, they need to keep their hygiene up. And they also need treats. I am coming out with a new line called Yasha's Posh Treats, and they are organic treats, and it's almost like beef jerky for them. And so I dehydrate them, and I'm going to sell them to like Petco and PetSmart and your general dog businesses. And also to local groomers who may not have as much money as I make it. Now I have a board, and I don't know if Mrs. White will let me like display it somewhere, but maybe after I do my presentation, you can see all my goals that I have, because I have plenty. I may not have enough time to share them. But I do know one goal that I did not put on here was me and you working on Yasha's Posh Pets to make it very great and make it just a great outcome of what we're gonna have together. Thank you.
All right, great job. Yasha, is Ayasha?
Yes.
Great
Well,
job.
Yasha, Y-A-S-H-A.
Okay, great job. Where do you see your business in 3 years?
3 years?
Yeah, 3
Well,
years.
in 3 years, I'll already have the probably the money and the supplies to do big things, especially going to other people's houses and grooming them, and also in a couple years actually, I'm gonna have a separate time for like puppies and things like that in order to play and run around and stuff. And so for my 14th birthday, I'm gonna ask my parents if I can get a fence for that specific area for on the weekends when people don't have enough time and they have to go to grocery stores and things like that. So I can take them, I can have fun with them, and they can have fun in my yard.
Very good. Thank you.
Next we'll have Victoria Shaw, aspiring writer, producer, and correct me if I get the title wrong. You need to hold your board, you do that. So this is, the rolled up boards are my fault, guys, because we did these a while ago and the glue that I wasn't. These are friendly, so I'm gonna stand here. Jaden was awesome because he corrected that before.
Hello, my name is Victoria Shaw, and I'm 17 years old. Well, my main goal, as you can see, there are two different worlds here. There's the movie directing side, and this is the music side. I'm leaning more towards music now. I'm looking at starting my own talent agency company. As you can see down here, I already have the name prepared. It will be called D&D Talent Agency. which stands for do and doer. I also have a musical background in order to start this. I have experience in piano, clarinet, and guitar. And I believe God gave me a musical ear because I can tell when something is off, or I listen to ad-libs and different things of not just the regular people singing, but also artists that you see out now today. And I also don't want your average talent agency where it focuses on singers or rappers. I want all kinds. Talent is talent. It doesn't matter whether it's dancing, whether it's writing, whatever. I will take you on if I see that you have the potential, and we can work together, and I'm willing to get you out there and your talent out there. Also, Steven Spielberg is an amazing director, and I look up to him as well. Pretty much every time I watch a movie, I look at the angles, I look at lighting. That might be weird for you guys, but I look at all that stuff, brightness, what he or she could have done better. And also, to get this started, I would need to have a camera and the equipment, and I will also need a laptop to edit, and I will also want to start my own short stories, short movies that you see on YouTube. This is the university that I'm looking at, Full Sail University. Is in Florida, a nonprofit college, and I mainly want to go there for music business. They pretty much have all the things there that I would want to do because it's not an average college. It's more based off the arts. So they have technology, movie directing, all that different stuff. And I've also been in contact with them, so I'm getting my foot in the door with them, and I'll be visiting them in July for a week. And also, to do all this, I gotta be fit and healthy. And I want to live by this quote: be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. If God gave you a talent, or you realize your passion and you see what he put you on this earth to do, I believe that you should do what he asked you to do. So, yeah, that's it.
Mrs. Chandler, you asked the question.
If you, I enjoyed your presentation, Victoria. If you were a philanthropist, why would you invest in your business?
I would because I have the passion for it. I'm not just doing it just to do something or say that, oh, I'm going to be in the Hollywood type thing so people can come and steal my money. No. I'm doing it because I have a passion for it and that I love doing what I'm going to do and what God told me to do. So, and also I heard that they're going to be starting a film class here next year. And I already talked to the potential teacher Tuesday, and she said that she would teach me how to edit videos and how to work with the camera and do all the different things. And I also have background in photography, so she said that's a good start, with doing what I want to do.
Thank you.
Next we'll have Aiden White, aspiring musician and producer.
Hi, my name is Aiden White. I am a 12-year-old. I'm going to turn 13 in a month, and I'm a musical artist. The reason I aspire to be a musician is because music is very powerful and it can change your mood if you put the right frequencies in, or rap, like talk about certain things. And I just feel like it was my calling to do music. And basically, I started producing and doing music around 2016, and I love doing it, so I continue to do it. And the reason you should help me out and invest in my business is because not only will I benefit from it, but everyone else that the music reaches will also benefit from it. I play guitar, I play a lot of instruments. I'm currently in Miss Jewel's choir, and we're going to perform at Hershey Park in, I believe it's May, and we're going to compete. She also wanted me to do a solo, still wants me to do a solo, but I'm not doing it right this second because I can't. But if you help me out, I will be able to. If you invest in my business and invest in my craft, I will be able to buy the proper equipment and software to boost my business and my art. Do I have any questions?
Very good.
Let me ask you this question. Excellent presentation, first of all. What is the biggest weakness in your industry that may adversely affect your business?
The biggest weakness is probably the fact that music has a very demonic industry, and I, loving Jesus Christ and being dedicated to Him, it will be difficult for me to work my way up without having to do anything demonic or sell my soul or anything like that.
Excellent.
And last but not least, we have Xavier White, aspiring graphic artist and production manager. If you'll state your name and age first, Mr. White.
Hello, my name is Xavier White. I'm 14 years old, and I'm primarily a graphic designer, and I have a YouTube channel with my brothers named Pick 3. And I also have dabbled into the musical arts, and I play hockey. As a graphic designer, I started out a couple months ago freehand drawing, and I've also started drawing Japanese cartoons, which is called anime. And I plan to take my drawing skills to the next level and go into art classes at the College of Southern Maryland. As I said before, I have a YouTube channel with my brothers named Pick 3. We currently almost have 50 subscribers. On 3 videos, we have over 100 views, and I've created every logo for our channel, and I self-taught myself to edit our videos. I'm also in Miss Jewel's choir, and like Aiden said, we're going to perform at Hershey Park in May. We're going to compete. I played drums a couple years ago. I practiced the drums. I was taught to play the drums. In the 5th grade, I played the trumpet, and I performed in front of the school. I forgot the word. At an assembly. And for someone who has asthma, I was actually pretty good. And ever since my parents showed me the movie The Mighty Ducks, I've been in love with hockey ever since. I have played some other sports in the past, like basketball and soccer, but for now, I love hockey, I love the sport, and I'm going to compete. I'm going to play in a competitive league later on this year. In conclusion, no matter what my primary or secondary hobbies are, just know that what I do benefit me and others, and you will not regret investing in me and my craft. Any questions?
Great job. Briefly describe the perfect business day as you would envision for your business.
Excuse me?
Briefly describe the perfect business day as you would envision for your business. The perfect business day for your business. What would be a good day?
Every day, basically, because every day is a new opportunity to boost my business, and I plan on making sure that every day I keep working and working in order to do the best I can into making sure my business is elevating, making sure that I said before, like I benefit others and myself, making sure that I do my best, and yeah.
Thank you.
You're all mine, you're all my children.
Great job.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I wanted to introduce our panel. I want to ensure that our panelists, the way we were going to this, Jaden's dad needed to see his presentation, so that was awesome. I'm going to introduce myself, and then I'm going to introduce my panel. So students, I'm going to do my presentation as well, as if I were you all, because in all fairness, that was not easy, and you all did an amazing job. Okay. So now, or maybe we should introduce the panelists first. Let's introduce each panelist, and then I'll do my piece.
My name is Deborah Chandler, and I'm a retired federal employee from Department of Army. But after I left there, I went to serve as a victim advocate for victims of sexual assault and abuse. And now I substitute teach at elementary school, and I enjoyed your presentations immensely.
My name is Charles Anderson. I'm a retired educator in Prince George's County, 32 years, 30 schools in the county. I'm excited. I told Ms. April that I would love to come whenever she asked me, because I'm still involved with students. I'm very happy to see how well organized you are, how well you speak. There are little quirky things that we can work on, but we can work on those in terms of the presentation and the speaking. But I'm excited to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
My name is Donnie Crawford. Some call me Pastor Crawford. I'm the pastor of an outreach ministry. We go into nursing homes and we bring church to people who can't get out. And it's a wonderful experience. But beside that, I'm also a musician. I have a recording studio in my basement. It's called Personas, where I can record tracks. I can do vocals, piano, horns, drums, strings. So I think that would be something that you would really enjoy. So look up Personas on your computer. It's great software. Also, I'm a new author. I've written 2 books. I'm on my 3rd book. I had no idea that was a part of me. But you know, as you get older, you discover things about yourself that you didn't know. So I really enjoy doing that. So I'm going to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. I am really impressed with the way you all presented yourselves. And at the homeschool industry itself, I think is wonderful. I also worked for Ludlow Elementary School. I was a computer teacher there. So keep doing what you're doing. I really enjoy what you're doing, and you're going to be great. You're already great.
Very good.
We have more of our amazing panelists. We're just going to switch the camera here, and we're going to, if you'll introduce yourself, panelists.
I'm so Renee Saffron. You all know me from sitting in on the class, and wow, I enjoy the presentations. I see all the hard work, and where you all started from in the beginning as to where you are now. And you guys did a wonderful job.
And let's just all congratulate Ms. Sonia, who has completed, has passed her real estate class. Yes.
You also be stressing last week.
Very good,
You
very,
guys
very
kinda
good.
Took the heaviness off when I was teaching for April.
Very, very good. So I'm gonna do my presentation very quickly. We finished up earlier. One of our students was unable to present. So that was Steven. He does computer software design, I believe. Okay, so I'm gonna do mine, and I'm gonna not time myself going into this. First bad thing, I have gum. So we'll just ignore that. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am April White, and I am almost 46 years old. I have a real estate license, good in Maryland, DC, and Virginia, but I've been embarking on property investments and started a company with my dad, Firmly Rooted Ventures, last year. We were able to purchase a property in DC, and in 6 months, we turned a very run-down, rodent-infested property with squatters into a sought-after single-family gym that netted the company over $120,000. This is the portfolio that I would like to share with other philanthropic investors in the event they chose to further invest and do other property flips with our firm, Firmly Rooted. Our company is veteran owned and operated. I am not a veteran, but my partner is. Again, I said he's my dad. And he, from the door, was quite comfortable with investing with me simply because he took the real estate licensure of years and he turned that into the profit based on the experience and what is required to be able to differentiate between a good investment and a bad one. For a philanthropic investor, their return on investment would be 50% of the profit if in fact they would invest in my company, and that investor could see that return within 3 to 6 months of investment. I encourage each of you all to consider investing in property, whether in our firm or in your own. As I stated before and often will say, that the property in the United States is the most sought after. So as you look at your phones made in China and your cars made everywhere but here, you also may want to look at the land on which you stand, that your ancestors built up, and invest in that as well, so that you all will be able to establish wealth for your family down the line. Are there any questions? Mrs. Jim, are you gonna?
Yes.
She's gonna get a tough one for me, guys.
What is the biggest weakness in your industry that might adversely affect your business?
I love this question. There are so many realtors and there are so many properties for sale. It is important to know your client base and it's important to know what is saleable. So the biggest challenge that I find is the saturation will limit the availability of properties that are actually truly available and truly going to make a profit. Oftentimes you hear investors say that they lost their shirt, and those things that we see on HGTV and things like that, that's not really how it works. So if you look, one of my industry secrets, I never go for a home that's on a main road because no one wants to see Fido splattered in the street or have difficulty pulling out of their drive. I don't go for properties that typically have basements and sub-basements because sight unseen, you may have an underlying water problem. When you find the right property, if you look and you industry secrets, $30,000 can net you, greater than 6 figures easily. But unfortunately, the challenges are so many investors, or so people like to label themselves, and so many agents. It's just getting an opportunity versus the competition. Thank you for your time today. So you all did an amazing job, much better than I did, because I didn't learn. But this is what we have. We all presented very well our craft. Each one of you did something amazing. I saw something different, that we don't typically see in class. So we're all done. We're going to actually let you all go free, and you all can now woosah and breathe and have snacks and Yeah, you guys did a great job. And I'll go on.
Sorry to interrupt, y'all sure? Can you say you had a board? you
Oh,
put
yes.
up?
Yeah.
Can you put that up?
Oh.
And then also, I don't know why I didn't take it out, but the there's organic shampoos and conditioners in here as well.
Oh, wow. So you wanna set your board up here on the table, is that good? And just set it out? So I'll be reviewing the panel's notes. I know Sonia, you didn't get a chance to do what you needed to do, but I don't know, you probably remember some stuff. I'll just convene with you later. And each reviewer, if you all are able to put your initials at the bottom. And then students, I'll be following up with you all. Yeah, I'll just. Good. That's a lot better than that piece of paper that I gave them. Derek, you all are free to go. You all are awesome.
They did,
You all are awesome.
Give yourself a round of applause. You guys did a great job.
So I'll be in touch with each of you all